So this is going to be some extra help on CC.6 and CC.15, which are two of the iXL formulas that you had to go through. So CC.6 wants you to write an expression to describe the sequence below. So what you're actually going to be doing here is using the explicit formula, and I'm going to flop to that here in a moment. I have the explicit formula written up here on my smartboard. It's A sub n equals A1 plus D times n minus 1. Now, you're not actually going to be writing this part. It's only going to be this part that you're going to be using for your formula. So D is going to be your common difference, whatever you're adding on or subtracting, which would make that a negative. Whenever you go from one term to the next, you're going to leave the letter N, and then A1 is simply your first term. So if we flip back to this question here, it looks like I'm adding 1 every time I move up in the sequence. So that means my D is going to be a plus 1. My first term in the sequence is negative 71. So I start off with negative 71. I'm adding 1, so I'm going to do plus 1, and then I do my parenthesis, and then n minus 1. Notice it says use n to represent the position of the term. That just means n has to be your variable. And that's all you have to put there. So we have the first term, the negative 71, and then my common difference is plus 1, so plus 1, and then parenthesis, n minus 1, and that should be your correct answer there. So this one, again, I'm going to be doing the same thing. I'm starting with 3, so I'm going to put the 3 down first. I'm adding 3 to go from one term to the next, so plus 3, and then I do my parenthesis and then my n minus 1. So that's it. That's all you have to do for this. If we go back and look at 15, 15 is partial sums. This looks a whole lot more difficult than it actually is. And I know I said this in my original video, but it came towards the end, and I know that video was long, so you might not have seen this. So, okay, here's the key. Third partial sum. Third literally means you are adding up the first 3 numbers. That's it. So I'm adding up the 0, the 5, and the 10. And when you add those up, you get 15. And that's the answer. That's all you have to do here. This one is also the third partial sum. So 3 plus 10 plus 17, and that's where you stop. That's going to give me 30. This is another third partial. When you get to some of the later ones, it might tell you something different. This is fourth partial. Notice it says fourth up here, and it also has the little number 4 down here. So I would add up the first 4 numbers here. Let's see, I don't have a calculator, so I'm going to try this in my head. We got 12 and 19 is 31. 31 and 26 is going to be 57. 57 and 33 is going to go up to 60 and then up to 90. So your correct answer here should be 90, assuming that I did my mental math correctly, and I did. So that's it. Hopefully that was useful. Reach out to me if you still have any questions.